Buddy, welcome to a 406 fly fishing and adventure video. The weather was crap today and I was running low on streamer leaders, so I decided I'm going to tie some streamer leaders and I'm going to make a video out of it. So if you want to tie your own streamer leaders, this is the video for you. Here we go. Things first, let's talk about line. I like to use Maxima Ultra Green 25-pound mono. I'm sure you've had the same problem. They all come with the little rubber band things and they suck. Fall apart, you got line everywhere. So what I do is I take my knife and I just cut little slits in there. Get rid of your rubber band. You're never going to have line going all over your bag or all over your desk or wherever you store your line. Just get rid of it. Don't have that problem. Tippet section of the leader. I use Seaguar Red Label 20-pound fluoro. These guys use their brain and it already comes with the little slit. Line management. Alright, next part of the video. So you can do whatever length you like. I personally like to have a 5-foot total length streamer leader. So I measure 2.5 feet for my butt section of my leader. And I do an extra 6 inches on my butt section and my tippet section. That way when I'm tying my loop knot, I have enough extra length to where I get a true 5-foot leader. So I'll go ahead and cut 5 2.5 feet section of 25-pound mono. And after you got your 5 sections of butt, your butt sections, then I go ahead and do 5 3.5 foot sections of the tippet side. And it's okay if it's a little bit longer, because in the end, if you want to be like super exact about it, you can just go ahead and trim them at the very end. And then you have your true 5-inch or 5-foot streamer leader. I just use Seaguar because it's cheap and you get like 5 times the amount for half the price. So nothing against scientific anglers, but I like to spend my money on other things if I can. And then wrap this back up. So you don't have a whole mess on your desk and start tying the wrong things to the wrong things. And Seaguar has a pretty cool little thing where, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little split and your line doesn't go everywhere and you don't have to deal with the stupid rubber bands like every other one. Just pretty nice. So I always tie my loop knots first. If you don't know how to tie a loop knot, I'll make a video on that. Alright, so I've decided just to tie the loop knot on this video. So first thing I do is I take about 4 or so inches of my butt section, because that's the section that goes through your line. And then just make a little bit of a loop, pinch it, take this tag end, go around the back side of your thumb, pinch that in between your fingers, and with your tail, go in between the 2 loops right there. Once again, pinch it. And you take the back loop by your thumb. It's kind of light, huh? There we go. By your thumb, and you're going to pull the back loop over your thumbnail through the front loop, this one. So then just kind of bend that one over that. Pull it tight. Then you're going to have a little loop. So from there, I always take the long section and pull it till I feel it's tight in between my finger and my thumb. And then if this is too big, you can push down. So here's the tag end. Same side the tag end's coming out in between your hands. Just push down on the left side of that loop and you'll feel it kind of coming out where you're pinching. And then to get the slack out of there, you pull on your tag end. Right before I cinch this down, I pull, make sure that's tight, and I make sure the one that's gonna go onto my tippet section of the streamer is tight as well. And I just use a pen. If a pen's not big enough, then you can use your pliers or whatever. And then there, I just rip it down. It's tight. Take your tweezers or whatever, your scissors. Cut your tag off. And bam. I don't know if it'll focus. There we go. Loop knot. And then from there, I always take the end that I'm going to tie with my tippet section of my leader, keep it in my left hand. Because when I'm doing my triple surgeon's knot, I like to be able to pull the end of my line through the knot without the loop knot on it, because it just doesn't get caught on the loop. That's the only reason. No rhyme or reason except for that. And then I just tie triple surgeons. I like to have this loop as small as possible. It's just easier for me to, anyways. It's not easier for me having to sit at this awkward angle with the camera, but we'll still get her done here in a second. See how I can just rip it through there? If you're pulling your loop knot through there every single time, it likes to just kind of hang up on you. Alright, last time through would equal 3. Then I just lick it, give it a pull. I always pull on my tag ends, kinda. And then one more time, clip my tag ends off. Like I said, I don't really care, because some people care whether or not it can catch on your guidelines or whatever, your loops, your eyelets, whatever you want to call them. This one's kind of janky. Anyways, then wrap that up. Triple surgeons. And then you're left, after you wrap them up, here, I'll wrap this one up. So I just take my end of my tippet section, I just pinch it here, go around my 4 fingers, wrap, 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 wrap. And then when I get to like that much left, I just kind of keep pinching it so the tag or the tippet section of the leader doesn't come undone. And I just wrap it around it. It's about 4 times or so. And then bam. Then you got all your leaders. And I use these bags. I can't remember where I got them from, but they're thick. They don't rip. My pen sucked, but I know these are my streamer ones because you can barely read streamer. And they'll be in my bag, and I'll never be without streamer leaders when I decide to go fishing, and I'm prepared. So there's that. If you have any questions, DM me or just comment down below. Thanks. Peace.